Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to sit in an F-117 just to show you it from the outside. That's how this machine looks like in free Falcon Allied Force. My mission for today is to destroy that really important bridge just north from the Soul. So hopefully I'll be able to destroy it in this machine. I hope that I'll be able to sneak past the enemy fighters and destroy the bridge, but I'm not sure about it. I'm just thinking about it. Maybe they will detect me and be able to shoot me down. So let's go for the takeoff. For this mission I'm armed with 2 bay waves, which are inside my bomb bay, so I'm carrying them externally. Everything's nicely inside, so there won't be any increased RCS or radar cross-section. Basically, this was the first stealth aircraft ever made. So, like purely designed to be as stealth as possible.
Nighthawk 4-1, request clearance for departure. Nighthawk 4-1, Samjian Tower, position and hold, runway 23, right.
Okay, Nighthawk 4-1, it's my call sign. I'm flying alone, there is no wingman in this package, so I'm the only one going for that pitch.
Chalice 4, be advised, enemy aircraft launch activity. Nighthawk 4-1, Samjian Tower, you're cleared for takeoff, runway 23, right, depart heading 275.
Nighthawk 4-1, copy, depart heading 275. Let's go for the takeoff. What's going on? It's unable to take off somehow. Finally got in the air. So let's head to 275.
Nighthawk 4-1, Samjian departure, resume on navigation.
Nighthawk 4-1, roger, resuming on navigation.
Bullseye 290, 100 miles.
So let's change steer point 5 directly. It's 188 miles to the steer point. I should be there in 38 minutes, but still not turned into the steer point, so this timer will be radically reduced. Okay, so you might maybe ask whether this is a fighter or a bomber. So basically it's a pure bomber. There are no fighter capabilities whatsoever. I'm not carrying the internal gun. I'm not carrying any air-to-air missile, so I'm unable to defeat any air threat basically during this mission. The only thing I'm carrying is the laser designator. There is a radar, of course, so I'm able to see the bandits, but I'm unable to fire at them. Probably this radar is not powerful enough. It's just meant to be used against the ground, so basically just to up the terrain and just to lit up and show the ground targets. So that's the main purpose why the radar is here. This aircraft doesn't have even the chaff and flare dispensers, so you are flying without the countermeasures basically. Let's turn the lights off, master arm on, laser on, just because of the ways. So there is no chaff and flare dispensers on this aircraft. There is no RWR, so you don't know whether you are being locked or not. So there are no like passive radar receivers. There is also not any jammer, because jammer is also a source of emission. So there is not a jammer because there might be some missiles which are being locked onto the source of the jamming. So therefore you are unable to jam. This is the pure bomber aircraft, although its letter is F like the fighter, but this was just to confuse the enemies that this might be a fighter, but it's unable to fight any aerial threat basically. And according to the shape of the aircraft, it's also quite interesting shape of the fuselage, the wings itself. It's because when this aircraft has been designed in late 80s, the computers from that era were quite slow, quite not enough powerful to calculate all the necessary like angles on the fuselage, on the wings. That's why this shape is very simplified, and it's using like big geometric objects, because it was much less or much easier being computed on the computers. So nowadays computers would be able to calculate like more complicated shapes, like for example you can see on F-22 or F-35 B2 for example. But in that era when the F-117 has been designed, it was like too much complicated for the computers to calculate complex shapes. So that's why it's very simplified. And maybe also because of this simplification, it's very unstable to fly. So it was like impossible to fly like manually. That's why this aircraft has been equipped with the fly-by-wire, and the computer basically flies instead of you. So it's always controlling the surfaces of the aircraft, the control surfaces as well, and it's trying to stabilize the aircraft instead of the pilot. So I'd like to fly in the top altitude, which might be something over probably 25,000 feet. That's probably the top ceiling of this aircraft. Let's check the fuel. 10,800. The fuel consumption is 8,000, 7,000 something in the altitude. So let's set up the bingo for 3,000. That should be okay over the target. Okay, let's slowly level up, just to be able to fly forward. So as I said, the target for this mission is the bridge, slightly north from the Seoul. It's the same bridge. I'm flying there for, I suppose, probably the 4th time. Hopefully this time will be destroyed. If not, I have to think about, I don't know, maybe B2 for this task. That should be much more stealthy than this F-117, but I hope that this aircraft will be able to penetrate this, not the enemy airspace, is the own airspace, is the light airspace, but it's full of mix basically. So it's saturated by mix, I would say so, or oversaturated maybe by mix. As you can see, the cockpit itself is taken from the F-16. There are no other cockpits in Elite Force, at least not in the vanilla version. You can install any other cockpits if you want. So that's the standard F-16 cockpit. But for example, the RWR is not working. So That's why you don't know whether someone is looking you or not. Let's make a thumbnail like this. Okay, I can see something on my radar. I can ask the AVAX about the declaration. This is a friendly target or friendly object.
Nighthawk 4-1, Sentry 1, contact is friendly.
Okay. Maybe let's ask about the threats, the area.
Request vector to threat. Nighthawk 4, Sentry 1, I don't have anything.
Okay. Area appears to be clear. There should be no air threats around me. I can see that 23,000 feet altitude is quite enough for this aircraft. I'm unable to climb anymore. Current fuel consumption is 7.5. So according to this fuel level, I should be able to fly like 1.5 hour, maybe 1.5 hour, probably. Maybe less, 1 hour 20 minutes in such altitude, such speed. Okay, it's 17 minutes to the target, so I'll be there in 17 minutes and then probably 30 minutes back home, so that's like 47 minutes there and back. That means that I had like plenty of the fuel to fly there like twice. But I don't want to, just because of this mix. Okay, let's make it slightly faster. Okay, Patriots is doing his jobs. If I fly like this, it's like, wow, it's nice. That's the stealth mission, right? They don't see anything, I don't see anything.
Sentry 4, be advised, enemy aircraft launch activity detected. Bullseye 290, 120
Okay, on my radar that's probably the hostile.
Sentry 1,
20,000 feet, so slightly below me.
Nighthawk 4-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID'd as MiG-29.
Okay, MiG-29, so that will be the test of my stealth capabilities. And he's flying directly into me.
Sentry 4, be advised,
So
enemy aircraft
if he
launch
won't be able
activity
to
detected. Bullseye
destroy me
310,
now, that would
140
be like
miles.
first achievement. If he flies next to me or past me, it will be like great. But I'm pretty sure that this Patriot knows his name. It's going for him definitely. Okay, the MiG-29 is chafing, flaring, there is a splash. Okay, so he was hit by the Patriot. Another Patriot start. Probably for the same aircraft. It's falling down, but still it's on the radar. So there will be probably another splash very soon. Okay, he disintegrated already, so there will be no splash. The missile lost its track. So that means that there is no MiG-29 in front of me.
Nighthawk 4-1, request vector to threat. Nighthawk 4, Sentry 1, nearest threat, MiG-29, bearing 345, 30 miles, 30,000.
Okay, another bench of MiG-29s. It's a 4-ship formation, 39,000 feet, so let's say 7,000 feet above me. And they are definitely flying into me, also nose hot, so we'll see how this ends up. Maybe I should turn off the radar just to keep me like
Warning, warning.
okay, let's keep the quiet mode. The difference between this first setup, this is like when your radar is operational, it's illuminating in front of you so you can see like the targets on your radar. The second stage is when this main radar is off, so there is no radiation coming from the main radar in the nose cone, but there is the radar altimeter somewhere on your belly, which is measuring your altitude over the ground. It's this altitude, AR, it's altitude radar, so you can see the radar up from the terrain. And if you put it into the silent mode, basically there is no, even the altitude radar is switched off. Also the main radar is switched off, so you don't see any, you are not illuminating or you are not releasing any radiation whatsoever, so that basically increases your stealth characteristics. So I'm gonna fly like this. I don't need to see that mix. I'm still unable to attack them, so why to see them? It's pointless. I can see them visually by my eyeballs Mark 1. So they're in the altitude 30,000 feet, that's the MiG-29 formation. Looks like the Patriots are not firing at them.
Nearest threat, MiG-29s. 4-ship, bearing 335, 10 miles, 30,000.
Okay, they are 10 miles, they are reducing altitude, wondering why. Maybe it's because of me. But I'd like to believe that it's not because of me. Okay, the one guy is flying very close to me. If he has like the night vision, he definitely will be able to see me. Okay, looks like they are continuing. Okay, interesting. So it's 51 miles to the target. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'm just approaching Seoul. It's the first upskirts of the Seoul. Here on the south there is the Seoul International Airport. There should be also Gimpo Airport at the other part of the city. Somewhere here in the distance there should be another airport, but this is the Seoul International Airport. So I'm passing over the Seoul. Looks like no. Okay, there's a Patriot just taking off. That looks like he's attacking the other MiG-29s, this group which was flying around me. I can see them here. They are doing some nasty stuff there. So looks like I might be able to reach the target. Very interesting. I was trying to reach it with F-16 like 3 times. All the time unsuccessful. Every time I had to return because of the too much saturated airspace by MiGs here over this area. And now I don't want to tell it now, but looks like I should be able to reach the target. Let's hope so. Well, I reduce my altitude to 20,000 feet, which seems to be better for laser bombing waveways. So let's go slightly lower, even into 18,000-19,000. Sometimes the pay waves work a little bit weird in this game, so hopefully this time I'll be able to illuminate the target correctly and be able to destroy it. I'm gonna drop the both pay waves at once. So no need to turn back and illuminate it once again. So laser is on, master arm is on. Let's fly lower still. I'm approaching to the target area, 25 miles to the target. 2.5 minutes, almost. Fuel 8,500, so I feel pretty okay. Let's fly slightly to the right. Okay, the altitude seems to be okay. There is another group of MiGs on the horizon. I can see them. So hopefully they will also fly. And there is another MiG just in front of me, so let's hope I will be able to at least drop the bomb. So let's activate the bombs. Let's switch to the TGP page. And I can see the target. It's just over the next steer point. So let's lock the area there. Let's make it like bigger. Let's zoom in this area. And I have to wait a little bit longer because there are like quite a lot of trees there. So hopefully I will be able to hit that bridge. Okay, still able to lock it. Look at the vehicles, they are like columns moving. This area also behind the bridge as well, so it's just the time to destroy it. Look at this. There must be some road and they are crossing the bridge right now, so let's try to lock it. No, it's not the correct target, it's some tank. Looks like I've locked something, but I'm not sure whether it's a tank or a bridge. Come on. That point. Okay, now it's being locked. Oh, there is a vehicle coming across the bridge.
Warning.
And I was hit. Probably
Caution, caution.
by a MiG, which might be behind me, and another missile. Okay, let's eject. So I was unable to reach the target. It was being destroyed just a couple of meters in or kilometers maybe in front of him. So almost going to drop my what was that? Pay waves. I don't know. Okay, let's end up this mission. Hopefully I will be rescued, although I ejected over the... Okay, I'm okay. I was able to release one GBU or it all when R60 launched. Yeah, right. So 4 missiles launched at me. I've ejected. The last missile hit me 254.19. 254.19. So the GBU has been released just in the moment of the explosion. I was already out of the cockpit. So it's interesting. Okay, unable to hit the target. So let's try something else. Target Dongducheon Bridge. Let's pick the B2 Spirit, but there is no squadron. Okay, so it's in the list, but I can't pick it. Also the B1, unable to pick it.
He's dead.
B52 also unable, so there are no like other bombers. Maybe let's go with this F-15E Strike Eagle. TO, that should be a strike mission for me. That's it. So I'll be trying to penetrate this airspace with F-15E variant Strike Eagle. Let's take as many AMRAAMs as possible. That's maximum payload. Now let's take some, probably the Mavericks for the bridge, so I can fire them from the distance. I don't want to fly over the target with some pay waves. So maybe let's keep the center line hardpoint clear, or should I take like such loadout, like one pay wave, two Mavericks? Maybe I will attack with the pay wave first, and then we'll try to destroy some tanks with Mavericks. Maybe that will work. Okay. It's still free hardpoint, so why not to take it? Maybe it will be enough to destroy the bridge. Okay, let's save it here. I'll be flying this mission tomorrow. So that's all from my side today. You can see it's quite short flight, so I don't need any fuel tanks whatsoever for this mission. F-15 has quite enough internal fuel storage capacity, so I should be able to reach the target without any problems. I'm more worried about these groups of fighters. It's like a nightmare. There's like 4 MiG-29s. I met such group, 221s, 4 MiG-29, so I'll be carrying like 8 AMRAAMs together with my wingman, 16 AMRAAMs, so hopefully, I don't know, if we destroy like 12 enemies, it would be a great success, more than uh, estimated. Like, we have more aircrafts than the enemies, according to the stats. So if I check the force levels, aircrafts, we have like more aircrafts than the red side. B-24H struck element, so there is some B-24 somewhere. Okay, never mind. Must have some bombers as well. Charlie, it's the tanker. Camel, also a tanker. Buff 3, that's the bomber, right? And that's the bomber as well. Buff 2. Recon, bomber. Okay, so we have the bombers. The B-52s. But they will be like doomed. If they reach the target here and start a bombing run, they will be like shot down and there is like no tomorrow. It's completely useless to fly there. Oh, there is the B-20, B-52 already. Still 2 aircrafts, okay. So hopefully these F-15s will be able to do at least something, but according to these stats, the blue side has like more aircrafts than the red side, but if I look at the map, like, tell me where the aircrafts are. Can't wait to see what will happen if this B-52s reach. I don't know what they are going for. They're going to do some air-to-ground mission. So guys, now you can see all the Allied aircrafts in the air. Maybe let's switch off the installations as well, or infrastructure. And now you can see more clearly the amount of Allied aircrafts and the amount of enemy aircrafts. So that's how this looks like currently. I'm going to switch back the infrastructure just to be able to see the bridges which are already occupied by enemy forces so I can destroy them. So let's save it once again, guys. That's the end of my video. Thank you for watching. As always, have fun, take care, and bye.